guys, just wanted to give you a quick video, kind of an overview on radios, mostly portable radios, but we'll talk about some others. Nothing too in-depth, just kind of covering some basics in terms of what's available out there and what you can do with these radios. All right, so I'm going to start by looking at some of these portables. From left to right here, we've got a variety of portables. Most of them are Harris radios, which admittedly I'm a little biased about. That's what I deal in. They are a mixture of analog or digital, or in some cases, in most cases, both, portable radios in various bands. Some of them are single band, some of them are multi-band. So we'll start on the left with the ubiquitous XTS 5000 from Motorola. So what you have here is a VHF 136 to 174 band split, and it is capable of analog or P25 digital voice. And of course, that digital voice can be unencrypted or it can be encrypted in various algorithms, with the lowest security level being ADP, and then going up from there DES, and then you can actually encrypt with AES 256 as well. Moving to the right, we have another VHF single band radio, same band split, 136 to 174 from Harris. This is an XG15, and again, capable of the same exact forms. So P25 digital or analog, and the digital voice can be encrypted or unencrypted with all of those same algorithms. Moving on, we have the XG25 in UHF. This radio's band split is 378 to 470, which is kind of a unique band split because it covers not only the military bands, but it also covers public safety, GMRS, FRS, business itinerant channels, amateur radio. It covers a ton of stuff in one band split, so it's kind of worth mentioning. VHF covers some broad range of things as well, but a little bit more practical for the types of clients that I see needing things like FRS and GMRS. All right, so moving on from this single band radio, we have our first dual band radio. And you'll have to forgive me, I don't have a Baofeng. I understand that they are prolific, that they are everywhere. But the closest that I could come for this demonstration is a amateur radio, very similar to a Baofeng. This one is a TYT, looks like a TH-UV800D. Pretty interesting what it's capable of. It has the capability of having a cross-band repeat function, and that is because it is a dual band radio. In order to use cross-band repeat, you do need to have two separate bands. Not a single band, because within a single band you would need a duplexer to use a repeater. Using the radio's crossband feature, you're able to actually use this as a portable repeater, which is really cool if you're using it in a crossband function. The downside to a radio like this is that it is analog only, has no digital forms of communication whatsoever, and being that it's analog only, it's not able to be encrypted, so you don't have any privacy. Again, it's not a Baofeng. Baofengs are very similar, however. They are also analog only, still dual band, which is nice, meaning VHF and UHF. You get the full split in both of those bands. But again, analog only, no privacy, no digitization. Finally, we have a multi-band solution from Harris, which is really not even considered multi-band as much as I would call it all bands. Because this actually encapsulates VHF 136 to 174, UHF 378 to 520, and 700 and 800 megahertz. Now, in addition to being able to do dual band VHF and UHF in analog, much like Baofengs can, it can also do those same bands in P25 digital. It can also do any channel on those in those bands on P25 digital, encrypted or unencrypted. Encrypted using all the same algorithms. It cannot do ADP, which is Motorola's proprietary algorithm, but it can do higher levels of security such as DES and AES 256. So you have a multi-band radio that in VHF, UHF 7 and 800 megahertz can do all of the channels in analog or digital encrypted using DES or AES 256. In addition to those capabilities with this multi-band radio, you also get the ability to operate on trunked radio systems, whether they are in VHF, UHF, 7 or 800 megahertz. That really is in the realm of public safety. However, fortunately enough, Harris radios are actually able to be programmed to receive only on trunked radio systems. They have the unique ability to be told through the programming not to auto-affiliate or log in. So that's an interesting little tidbit about trunking when it comes to Harris radios in general, but specifically for the Unity XG100, which is this multi-band radio right here. Just to recap, we have single band radios from the XTS 5000 from Motorola and the two XG portables from Harris, the 15 and 25, in VHF bands for the first two and UHF for the XG25 in the middle. And then we have a dual band analog only radio, which is an amateur radio, and limited, I should mention, only to amateur radio frequencies. You could do a modification allowing you to transmit on other channels that are not amateur radio, but that is something you don't have to do with a Baofeng. They are already out of the box able to do that, which makes them FCC problematic, shall we say. But you have your dual band analog only radio, which would be the same as a Baofeng. And then finally, you have the multi-band radio that's capable of not just two bands, VHF and UHF, but also 7 and 800 megahertz and trunking formats anywhere in that spectrum or those spectrums, and utilizing the highest levels of encryption for security. Just a couple of options for portable radios, just to educate you on what's available and how it applies to you.